Right then, lads, welcome back to Kossi's Arsenal podcast. My name is Kossi, and we are back again with another one. I thought we could have a chat. I thought we should have a chat on Stan Kroenke before we dive into Mikel Arteta, Edu, and that will be the content, I think, for the next 7 days, because we do have a breakaway from the league into European football, not European football really, but international break. So I think that will be the content, that will be the talk. So we will really speak about Edu, Arteta, and I'll have a couple of guests on to discuss and dive into what we should do next. From that 5-0 loss against Manchester City. But the reason as to why I wanted us to have a chat with about Stan Kroenke is we are forgetting the real culprit. We are forgetting the real problem. We are actually focusing on Mikel Arteta and Edu and the players and the management and things like that. And we are just forgetting Stan Kroenke. Because for me, the real reason as to why Arsenal are falling behind, the reason as to why, the only reason as to why we are falling behind, and the reason as to why we have reached a point where we hire Edu, a point where we hire Mikel Arteta, a point where we have the likes of Vinay as football CEO at Arsenal Football Club, is Kroenke and his reign. Ever since he's taken off Arsenal in 2011, that is the decade we are speaking about. 5 years, from 5 years from now, backwards, we have fallen out of UEFA Champions League, still under the Kroenkes. They have used a couple of excuses, including the Emirates Stadium. Saying, building the Emirates Stadium, that's one of the reasons why the club is not actually spending money in the market and things like that. And so we're going to try to compare Arsenal with the likes of Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Leicester City, how much we have spent and how much the Kroenkes really do care about us. Do smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. I would love to get your thoughts on as well. So definitely, how much I love to get your thoughts on. How much I love to get your thoughts on, so that when we discuss with you guys. That's it. I'd love to definitely get your thoughts on, see what you think about the Kroenkes. Because for me, they're the real problem. Arsenal's real problem is Stan Kroenke. It's, look, we might look at Mikel Arteta. We might think about Edu. There are big problems as well, because with Mikel, a manager that can't pick a starting 11 is a big problem. He shouldn't be here. The same thing goes with for Edu. A sporting director that is not concerned with the club's problems in the market absolutely doesn't need to be here. And that much we know. But my concern and my real problem is not Mikel, is not Edu at the moment. Like I said, we will speak about Edu and Mikel tomorrow. Let's try to dive into this, the Kroenkes, and see how much do these guys really care about Arsenal. First and foremost, this is how Premier League clubs, this is how much Premier League clubs have been getting from their owners. We need to make this a little bit bigger so that we can actually have the full version of the thing, right? There we go. I could make this a little bit bigger. Okay, up to there. That makes a lot of sense. So, this is a list of Premier League clubs. Some of them are no longer in the Premier League. Look at the likes of Swansea City, and we've looked at this before. So, if you look at the list of these Premier League clubs, it really shows how how owners have actually been spending in their clubs, how much clubs have actually got from their owners, right? If you look at this, if you look at this at this column, owners' shares, owners' loans, external loans, that is an owner financing, right? So loans from the owner, Arsenal got none from Stan Kroenke. Owner shares, we got none. And owner financing, we got none. That is from 2008 to 2017. Remember, the Kroenkes actually, took over Arsenal in 2008, 7, and then they got full ownership in 2011. So from that period within, we didn't get a single penny from these clowns. Like Arsenal didn't get a penny from the Kroenkes. They just drained the team. Because that is a period where Arsenal sold their best assets. Samuel Nasri, Cesc Fabregas, Thierry Henry, Robin van Persie, Alexis Sanchez. That is the period where every star, every talent that actually came into the Arsenal side, we sold them. We absolutely sold everything there was to sell. Now, at this point in time, we are looking at Mikel and Edu, and absolutely they should leave the club because they're absolutely clueless, and what they're doing is absolutely bogus. But the Kroenkes are good at this. That is what they want us to do, and that is what they want us to believe. They want us to believe because they have somehow spent a reported 130 million. They want us to believe now that, look, we've given you 130 million. Edu is the problem. Mikel Arteta is the problem. That's what they do. What they do is they scapegoat managers. We were very angry, and it's absolutely shameful. We should be ashamed that at this point in time, we want a U-turn to take Arsene Wenger back. And the reason that's why many Arsenal fans would want to take Arsene Wenger back is easy. We have realized that it was a mistake. We have realized that, Arsene, we are sorry. We shouldn't have treated you like that. We should have treated you better. And that's it. That's it. They made a smoke screen. They made Arsene Wenger a scapegoat. Everybody thought, Arsene Wenger, is the problem at Arsenal. Arsene Wenger has been given money and is returning it. It never happened. It never happened. Arsene Wenger never got money from the Kroenkes and returned it. It never happened. It was not true. Those were ridiculous stories from the media. I don't know who was orchestrating the moves. But they never happened. So, forgetting the Kroenkes, forgetting all about the Kroenkes, and focusing on Mikel Arteta and Edu, that is what they want. But the real culprits are the Kroenkes. United, in this summer, how much have they spent? United, they brought in Cristiano Ronaldo. They brought in Rafael Varane for 43 million, and they brought in Jadon Sancho for 88 million, around 78 million pounds. Who have invested better? I think United have, because United have a world-class talent, Jadon Sancho. They brought in Ronaldo. They brought in Ronaldo back. We all know what Ronaldo can offer to Manchester United. Definitely, we know. We know what Ronaldo will give them, and they've also brought in a world-class defender, in Rafael Varane. Now, the difference is that Arsenal cannot attract Rafael Varane. We can't. We can't attract Ronaldo. We can't attract Jadon Sancho. That is where we are, and that's why the likes of Martin Odegaard will come in. That's why the likes of Ben White will come in, and we will celebrate. They're not bad signings, but if you compare them to what Leicester City are doing, if you compare them to what Manchester United are doing, then you don't treat them as marquee signings. They're not marquee signings. Earlier in the day, I spoke about Joaquin Correa, and I said, what about signings like Joaquin Correa? How are they going to enter? Why does Arsenal not get in Joaquin Correa? Why? Inter Milan signed in Romelu Lukaku from Manchester United, and they made him the player he is. They bought him at 75 million. I think Inter and Arsenal should be at the same level. We should be at the same level. But if you look at Inter Milan and this squad, the likes of Barella, the likes of Lautaro Martinez, who has agreed to sign a new deal now with Inter, the likes of the likes of Joaquin Correa now that are just coming in. Why aren't we at that level? It goes back to the investment. It goes back to the cronkies. Everything that we see at the football club, the mentality, the management, and the way the club is run. Many people want to say the cronkies are not involved in the day-to-day running of the business, but you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. The cronkies are definitely involved in the way we are run. The way our funds are spent, the way we get the money, and the way we spend it. The cronkies are definitely involved. And nobody should lie to you, and nobody should lie to us that the cronkies actually don't know how Arsenal Football Club is run. They know how this football club is run, but they just don't care whether it is run well or not run well. Let me give you an example. Leicester City received 94 million pounds from owner, in form of owners loans. That is your owner giving you a loan, like investing in you, but basically it's a loan that the club has to pay back. Arsenal received none. Owner shares, they received 111 million, and they received 205 million in terms of between 2008 and 2017 in terms of owner financing. If you compare Leicester City to Arsenal, between that period, they have a Premier League trophy in 2016. They have a Premier League trophy, right? They have a Premier League trophy. And that's it. That just speaks volumes. It speaks volumes of how Arsenal are falling far behind the clubs that you think we should be competing with and the clubs that you think we should be ahead of. Definitely. We should be ahead of Leicester City. We should be ahead of Southampton. We should be ahead of West Ham. And we should be ahead of Aston Villa. But if you look at these clubs now, they're ahead of us. And the reason they are is because their owners are actually spending money. As simple as that. We don't need excuses. We need practical solutions. And the practical solution for me is the easiest way should be Kroenke to invest money. I don't see how Edu is technical director if we had Abramovich as owner. I don't see how Mikel Arteta is still manager if he had Abramovich as owner. But they want to get in, simple faces, the likes of Mikel, the likes of Edu, simple people that they can scapegoat at the end of the day. And that's what they're doing with Mikel. And that's what they're doing with Edu. Because they know at the end we're going to say Edu out, Mikel Arteta out. And the real problem is gonna be forgotten. I still remember we had to have a strike, in the Chelsea game. What happened? The Kroenke out strike. What happened? And everybody, says Mikel Arteta out. So the big problem at Arsenal, the real culprits, are the Kroenkes. They are the Kroenkes. Definitely, there is no one better to blame for the madness going on Arsenal. There is no one better to blame. No one. They are the Kroenkes, and they have orchestrated this kind of mentality and this kind of environment at Arsenal. Leave alone the spending and leave alone the money, because definitely the 130 million we've spent for me is a waste. It's an absolute waste. Buying 50 million Ben White when Awa is 24 and Joaquin Correa is 30, so we could have got Awa and Joaquin Correa at the same money, at the same price as we got Ben White. We could have got Houssem Awa at the same price we got Aaron Ramsdale. And if you ask yourself, why is Ramsdale getting a new contract? Sorry, why is Xhaka getting a new contract? Why? Why is Rob Holding getting a new contract? And we brought, we're buying a goalkeeper who is 24 million, not even our priority, because we needed a backup goalkeeper. You could get in, you could get in anyone. You could talk to Matt Ryan and convince him to be a backup goalkeeper. He could, maybe he could have stayed. You could get him on a free deal. And on a free deal. We spent 24 million on a backup goalkeeper. And someone could say, you see, the Kroenkes have spent money. They've given us 130 million. But how is it spent? How is it spent? Chelsea have spent 100 million euros on one player, and that is Romelu Lukaku. And look at the impact he has. Chelsea are buying Jules Koundé for around 40 million euros. And I'm asking myself, how come Jules Koundé, all of a sudden, a player who has 80 million, 90 million, how is he signing for Chelsea for now 40 million euros? And how do we end up with Ben White, who is 50 million pounds? It is the Kroenkes. This is what they've done to Arsenal Football Club. They have made us an absolute joke in the market, on the pitch, the fans, everywhere. The slogans like trust the process, be excited. They have turned the Arsenal fan base into a joke. They have turned the club into a joke, and that's why no Arsenal fan dreams of winning the league. No Arsenal fans dreams of winning the league. We should be that Borussia. At least we should be that Borussia Dortmund of England. We should be able to put pressure. We should be able to set the standards. That is what big clubs do. You set the standards. Arsenal doesn't. Arsenal is not anywhere close to setting the standards. We don't set the standards. We don't even follow the simple standards clubs like Leicester City are setting. For the past 5 years, Leicester City have done better than Arsenal. Let us agree to that. They have absolutely done, and their owner, by the way, died in a plane crash. If you still remember. Their owner died in a plane crash. Leicester City are investing in every season. What smart, what do we have to do to make smart signings? I mean, how do they get their scouts? How do they do their business? That's the question. How do they get their scouts? How do they do their business? Yeah. They brought in Somare. I mean, Somare 17 million. 17 million. You need a central midfielder. You need a CM. I don't want to shout. Yeah. We need a central midfielder. We need a midfielder. Just a simple midfielder. Just a simple midfielder. Let Xhaka go for what? 13 million. Let him go and bring in Somare for 17 million. He's a massive upgrade. Massive upgrade. So they have Somare, who apparently now sits on the bench. How can Leicester City have Somare on the bench and we are playing Mohamed El Neni? How? How is it happening? How is it happening? And how does someone tell me the Kroenkes do not have a hand in this? They do have it. They have it. Because their mediocrity, the standards they have set, the low standards, the mediocre standards they have set, Arsenal Football Club are becoming the problem. They're becoming the problem. And someone tell me how Somare and Patson Daka are sitting on the bench for Leicester City. Daka is a goal machine. Somare is a midfield dynamite. They sit on the bench. Jan Vestergaard, how much did they buy Jan Vestergaard? Around 17 million. Around 17 million. They brought in a backup left back who is free. We had a chance to get in Ryan Bertrand on a free, save some money. We had a chance to get in, the likes of Jan Vestergaard. Vestergaard had one of the best seasons as a defender in the league last season at Southampton. He had one of the best seasons. How don't we see these ones? How don't we see such deals? How come we are not visible? How come these deals are not visible to Arsenal? Vestergaard is one of the best defenders in the league last season. When Leicester City get an injury, I think it is Fofana who got injured, they brought in Vestergaard, around 18 to 20 million. And they have a better defender than Ben White at a cheaper price. So who did the better business? Somare. They brought in Somare. He's, better piece of business still. He won the league with Lille, and now he's sitting on the bench of Leicester City. How come Arsenal is not doing these deals? Because Leicester City have not sold a player in this summer. They have not sold a major sign. They have not made a major exit. They don't have a major exit. They don't have. Maddison is still around. Tielemans is still around. Vardy is still around. Harvey Barnes is still around. Wilfred Ndidi, Peter Schmeichel, Soyuncu, Fofana, their key players are still around. How come they have the money to spend 100 million, 90 million, 80 million in a summer, and they're doing smart business? Let's compare ourselves to Liverpool. Because Liverpool definitely want their owners out. And I really envy Liverpool. Because, wanting your owners out, owners that are spending at least 50 million per summer, I envy Liverpool. I really do envy Liverpool fans. So let us look at Liverpool. Last summer, they brought in, I didn't see Konate today. In the Chelsea game. But last summer, they brought in Jota. Brilliant signing. And look at how Jota is doing. 45 mil. This summer, they brought in, Ibrahima Konate from RB Leipzig. He's yet to start again. He's yet to play again in the Premier League. He's yet to play. And Matic and Virgil van Dijk are absolutely brilliant. They bullied Romelu Lukaku. Like, bullied him. Yeah? They bullied Lukaku. So this summer they have Konate. Last summer they had Jota. I think last summer they also had Thiago come in as well. If you look at their recruitment in the last, in the past years, they have brought in the likes of Salah, Mane, Alisson, and Roberto Firmino. They don't spend hundreds of millions per summer. They don't. When did Liverpool last spend 130 million in one summer? When did they last do that? They're almost at the same spending rate as Arsenal. Almost at the same spending rate. But they have brought in a manager. Kroenke, how dare you bring Mikel Arteta? And you say you're going to back him. What does he know? What does he know about managing a big football club? So for me, scapegoating Mikel is one of the strategies the Kroenkes, love to use. They love to scapegoat the manager. They're going to say, the manager is bad. We're going to say, sack the manager. The Kroenkes themselves know that the problem could be solved within 2 days. Today is Saturday. Today is Sunday. Is it already Sunday? No. Today is Saturday. Tomorrow, if you brought in Maddison, on Monday you brought in Awa, and on Tuesday you brought in Lautaro Martinez. That is a different side. Okay, not Lautaro Martinez. Probably have Aubameyang. Getting a right back, getting a decent right back. The likes of Max Aarons. How are we not doing these deals? The likes of Yves Bissouma. I was looking at Bissouma today. Brighton was playing Everton. And he was one of the shining stones in that Brighton side. Easy deals to do. Why aren't we doing these deals? Kroenke is the problem. It is the Kroenkes. They hire Edu because they know they can do the nonsense with Edu. They hire Mikel because they know they can do the nonsense with Mikel. I've not seen Arsenal since Arsene Wenger times. I've not seen Arsenal really linked with a decent manager, and the links are legit. We have been linked with Eddie Howe, Owe. It depends how you want to pronounce it. Bournemouth. For Christ's sake, give me a break. We've been linked with Mikel Arteta, finally signing as Arsenal manager and giving him head manager and trust the process now. And when the gaffer was asked about trust the process in his press conference, you know what he said? It's not time to talk about press. It's not time. It's not time to talk about trust the process. It's not time to talk about trust the process. And that's what we're talking about. Trust the process doesn't work. We are falling behind. We are falling behind. We are not falling behind because of a manager. We're not falling behind because of Edu. We are falling behind because of the Kroenkes. The Kroenkes hire Mikel, Chelsea hire Thomas Tuchel, and he fucking wins a fucking Premier League, Champions League, wherever you want to call it. He wins the Champions League. Liverpool have hired Jurgen Klopp, one of the best managers in the world, and Jurgen Klopp now has a Champions League trophy and a Premier League trophy. City have spent $1 billion on Pep Guardiola. They do not have a Champions League. I mean, a little bit shameful for them, but look at what they have achieved. They have won the FA Cup like 1 million times under Pep. They have won the Premier League how many times now? How many times? Manchester City, 5, 6, 7. Ever since they started investing. And what is shameful is that these teams are buying players from Arsenal. Samuel Nasri to Manchester City, Adebayo to Manchester City, Sanchez to Manchester United, Robin van Persie to Manchester United. Fucking Aston Villa dared to say that Emile Smith-Rowe to Aston Villa. When you lose the respect, when you lose the pedigree, when you lose the relevance as a club, that is what happens. How dare do Aston Villa come and ask for one of our most valuable assets? It's like what's funny is that is we can't go to Aston Villa to say we want Ole Watkins. We can't go to Aston Villa to say we want Joe McGinn because we feel like, oh, we can't sign Joe McGinn. But Aston Villa can come to Arsenal and say, hey, we want this boy Emi Martinez, we want to sign him. And Arsenal is like, okay, sir, how much do you have to offer? And we sell our best goalkeeper. We sell one of the best goalkeepers in the league to Aston Villa. And they come back next summer. They're like, okay, we got Emi Martinez. That was a very good deal. Now we are battling with Aston Villa for Emi Buendia. And they win the rest. Jesus me. And they win the rest. And then after winning the rest for Emi Buendia, Arsenal cannot even think about going for Jack Grealish. So what they say, what they do is like, we're going to sell Jack Grealish to Manchester City for 100 mil. We would love, Emile Smith-Rowe to replace Jack Grealish. What a disgrace. What a disgrace. They put in a first bid, they put in a second bid, and they put in a third bid. That is a disgrace. That is an absolute disgrace. And the situation that this club is in has been created by the fools called the Kroenkes. No one else. No one else. The jeopardy, that Arsenal is suffering at the moment, the disgrace has been, created by those clowns at the top. They have made us a laughing stock. They made us, because I barely think any Arsenal player could hold their heads high now. They have made us a meetable team within half a decade. We are becoming a meetable team. No Arsenal fans think we don't talk about Champions League. Look, I did a Champions League review video, and it has 900 views. The rest of the videos have thousands of views. And the reason is because Arsenal fans do not even think they are connected to the Champions League. I should be doing Champions League content. That is what I should be doing as an Arsenal fan, as an Arsenal content creator. I must be talking about which group Arsenal is. I should be saying Arsenal have been drawn in the group of death. Group of death. We have PSG, and Sevilla, and Brøndby. That is the talk we should be talking about. Because that is what Chelsea fans do. That is what Manchester United fans do. And that's what Liverpool fans do. And that's what Manchester City fans and Leicester City fans and Spurs fans. They have a place in Europe somewhere. For Christ's sake, we have a manager who's led us out of Europe completely. Even when you ever thought Arsenal is falling far behind, they're going to drop out of the Europa League. Why don't we create another league called the UEFA Conference League? Arsenal failed to qualify. Jesus Christ. Arsenal failed to qualify. So for 25 years now, for the last 5 years, Arsenal doesn't know anything called the UEFA Champions League. We don't know. And now we have fallen out of the Europa League, and you're still keeping the same manager. That should have been the last, the last stroke. That should have been the last stroke. The moment we dropped out of Europa League, that should have been the last stroke. I thought we were gonna do sensible transfers. We have done dog shit bullshit. And I pity many Arsenal fans that are still, I don't want to call it deluded, because we are not deluded Arsenal fans. Do smash a like on the video, people. We are not deluded. We are not deluded. We are just hopeful that our club can get back to where it belongs. But how do we get back? How do we get back with a bunch of clowns stealing money from the club? I don't know how. I don't know what they use it for. I don't know what they use it for. Like buy beaches, buy hotels. I don't know what KROENKE uses his money for. Because I thought, when I was young, and I think the kind of mathematics and economics we learn is also bullshit. I thought the higher the risk, the more the investment, the more money you make. Like, if we invest more, KROENKE gets more money. That's what I thought. But the fool has invested 0 pennies. 0 pennies. And he's making lots of money. He's having a laugh. It's a joke for him. It's a joke for him. And that's why I told you it's going to be very hard for KROENKE to sell Arsenal, because he knows this is the best, this is the best investment ever in his life. Like, why would I sell a club that gives me money without me investing in it? Why would I? Like, why would I? Why would anyone, sell a business? Look, the logic is you don't have to invest any money. That's the logic. You don't have to invest any money. You just have to keep plucking from the tree. Arsenal, the gift that gives, that never stops giving. That gift that always, how much do you need? KROENKE needs 100 million. He takes it out. Fooling the fans, patronizing the fans every time. The foolish club releases a kit all the time. And this is, this money goes to KROENKE. Because Adidas, at the end of the day, when these fucking fools of Adidas, make the deals, they give KROENKE the money. So Arsenal releases a training kit per week. They release a new jersey. At least they will release a glass of Coke with Arsenal. Have you seen how much these guys' tickets are? Have you seen how much Arsenal tickets are? Have you seen how much our merchandise, costs on the Arsenal website? Have you seen it? Have you seen? These shirts on the Arsenal website will cost you around. They will cost you around $100, £100, £100. If you're in Uganda, if you're in Africa. Okay, let's say in dollars, that is 100, and that's around 115 to $120, close to 400,000 in my country. 400,000 Ugandan shilling. 400 fucking Ugandan shillings. 400,000. 400. That is $500,000. So a jersey, an Arsenal jersey, is $500,000. $500,000. How come we don't have the money to spend? How come we are relegation? How come we are bottom of the table, KROENKE? What is going on? What is going on? They are the real culprits. Yes, the Michaels are to blame. everybody's to blame. Nobody escapes this. But the real culprit, culprits, the real fools, the real cancer is Stan Kroenke, and he knows it, and he's not bothered. Because many Arsenal fans are gonna say, "Oh, Kasi, how do we get out of this mud? Sack, Mikel Arteta." And I'm looking at your comments. And all of you are telling me, because he sacked Mikel Arteta, he's becoming a cancer, he's a problem. Yeah. That's what lots of you are telling me. Sack Mikel Kosi, he's becoming a problem. We're going to get relegated. That is what fucking Kroenke wants. That is what he wants. Oh, take away the pressure from me. That is what he wants. Whenever the pressure is away from him, he can do dog shit. He can do shit. And that's what he's done that's what he's done right from the past. He patronizes the managers. He just gets the managers to feel like he gets the fans to feel like they're the manager is doing a lot of nothing. Look, don't get me wrong, Mikel is doing a lot of shit. He's doing a lot of shit. But what about Stan Kroenke? Why don't we speak about Kroenke as well? After my match reaction, I said, sack this fool. I was absolutely disgusted. But I'm more disgusted with Kroenke. I hate Mikel Arteta. But Kroenke, I hate more. Definitely. Now we've got to speak about this shit. We've got to speak about it. How come Leicester, Aston Villa? Let's speak about Villa. Let's compare ourselves to Villa, right? Let's compare ourselves to Villa. In goal, Villa have Emi Martinez and we have Leno. And they bought Emi Martinez from Arsenal. There are players like Matty Cash. There are players like Tyrone Mings in their backline, right? There are players like Joe McGinn in their midfield. There are players like Ole Watkins, Emi Buendia, Trezeguet, Traore. How have they got this quality that we can't use the same formula to get the same amount of quality? That is what I'm asking myself. We are at 43 likes, people. Make sure you hit the like button. Thanks everybody for watching in, and thanks everybody for supporting the channel. It really means a lot, by the way, when you guys watch my content, because definitely I do watch Arsenal content, but it is so hard to watch Arsenal content at the moment. But my question is, to Mikel, is why have you, brother, why have you accepted to be a scapegoat to the Kroenke role? They're gonna throw him out. When we sack Mikel, we are gonna be happy. We're gonna be flying around because we don't want him. Definitely, we don't want him. I don't want him as well. So we are gonna be flying around because we have sacked Mikel Arteta. But the real question is, who then does Kroenke bring in? Because it is Kroenke's hand that runs Arsenal. It is the Kroenkes. It is the son Josh Kroenke. And when things go wrong, that is when the Kroenkes come out. Why don't they come out why I like the likes of Borussia Dortmund and a couple of other clubs? What they do is you will see the likes of Watze coming out, speaking to the fans. Jadon Sancho is leaving. It's going to be £88 million. We are so saddened to lose him. And when they get a replacement, they will come and talk to you. They talk to the fans. These clowns are so disconnected from Arsenal. Like, you don't feel like you have owners. They don't watch Arsenal games. They do nothing. They don't they don't buy for us players. They do nothing. They are so disconnected from the club, like real disconnected. They're so far away, very, very, very far away. And why is that? Why are they so far away from the club? They don't give. They don't give a D. They don't care. Why would Kroenke care? I mean, why would he care about a Premier League club? And that's why I said maybe I need Daniel Ek to take over Arsenal than the Qatars. Because I want someone who cares. You need someone who cares as a football club. You want someone who will care. That's what you want. Someone who will know Chelsea have signed Lukaku. It's time to step up our game. Yeah. That is what you want to see. But the Cronkies, Lukaku signs for Chelsea, Ronaldo signs for Manchester United, and the Grealish signs for Manchester City, and the Cronkies are like, okay, what's going on? What's going on? Do they even understand football? Do they know how hurting it is? They have, I think all they care about is having a sporting empire. Kroenke and Kroenke sports and entertainment industry. I know, investments or industry or investments. I even don't care. Or enterprise. That's all that's all they care about. That's all they want. Can we have our strong, can we have our very strong, entertainment, corporation of sports, a sports corporation where you have a couple of clubs, come together, you rule them, you make money, and you're like, ha 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 ha. I'm blood clot rich. They need to take the blame. They need to take it definitely. And I would implore Arsenal fans, look, this is the last video I'm shooting with a fast, with an Arsenal jersey on. I think I should be putting on things, other things, maybe. But I love the club. I love my Arsenal. I have so many jerseys. I think over the past 300 days, I bought more close to 10 jerseys. Close to 10 jerseys for Arsenal. Because I love the club. Because, I don't buy the jerseys to support the Cronkies. Definitely, when I buy the club, when I buy the jerseys, I'm supporting the clowns. I'm supporting the fools. Yeah. I'm supporting the fools. But I don't buy the jerseys to support them. I buy the jerseys because I love Arsenal. Yeah. I buy the jerseys because I love my club. That's why I buy the jerseys. I feel even if we lose 5-0, I feel proud to put on my jersey and walk around. I doubt if Kroenke has an Arsenal jersey. Does he? Does he have an Arsenal jersey? Does he know how much an Arsenal jersey costs? But he benefits from me buying a jersey. And I don't benefit back. I don't. If I had the chance to get, of course, if it's not having a chance, very soon, I should be traveling to watch Arsenal. And how much is our ticket? How much, how much is a return ticket to and fro? How much is a return ticket? How much is our game ticket? Fans are moving off, are walking out of the stadium at halftime. The pain, the sorrow, the grief, you feel it. The Cronkies never feel it. They never feel it. I don't know what they feel. I don't know why they feel. I think at times they're like, what? How are these fans really? Why are they walking out the pitch? I think when they see us moving out of the pitch, they're like, why are they moving out of the pitch? The game has not them ended. Where are they going? Because they don't care. They don't care, guys. They don't care. Yeah. I'm just gonna make these comments a little bit bigger so that we can actually, have. I'm not seeing them. Pick up my man Glenn in the chat. He says Kroenke has always gone for the cheaper options. And look, I think the reason as to why this fool goes for the cheaper options is he knows if I have 100 million and I give Arsenal 15 million, I'm keeping 85. It's the same way. It's the same way I would do. It's like me getting $100 off YouTube, and then I buy the cheapest computer. Yeah. And then I buy the cheapest computer, and then it breaks down. And then I can't work. That's what, that is what I'm, that's what it is. He goes for the cheapest options. And we crumble. I just feel disgusted. I just feel so disgusted with, with these guys. And Glenn says, it's absolute pain. Arteta is a use. Look, guys, let's speak about Kroenke. Let's keep it Kroenke. We will say, we will speak about Mikel. Let's speak about Kroenke. Arteta given 130 and wasted it on backups. Sack him. This is going to Ireland. Now, this is what I'm saying. what the Kroenkes are doing is that they want us to believe that they gave the club money to spend. Yeah, that's what they want. That's what they want us to believe, that they gave the club money to spend. I don't think that money was well spent. Definitely, it wasn't well spent. Yeah, but buying a 50 million centre back that is a statement. That is a statement. We needed the centre back, right? Getting a number 10, because if you look at the signings we've made, that is the money, that is the money. Yeah, I know we could have done the likes of Joaquin Correa, the likes of House Mwa, and I blame Edu, and I blame Mikel Arteta. I blame them. But why do we have clowns running the club? Why do we have clowns making decisions? It's because of the top clown who's cranky. That's it. And they don't want us to use any excuses, because when you blame Edu alone, when you blame Kroenke, when you blame Arteta alone, you're giving Kroenke an excuse. He shouldn't get an excuse. He shouldn't get away with it. He shouldn't be getting away with it. He should feel the pressure. The team needs a new coach like Zidane. All right. Thomas Ferry says, "Hi, Kosi. I don't know what to say. I had a bad afternoon. So sorry, bro. So sorry, bro. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I wish I could make it any better, but I can't. I can't. Right, really can't. Hello, Kosi. I love watching this channel. I love Arsenal too, though I don't like what goes on in the club. But you see, use a lot of. But you're lying. I really don't use a lot of abusive language. I don't use a lot of abusive language. You're absolutely wrong. You're absolutely wrong. My man EGTV says Arteta is done. I agree with you, bro. I agree with you, bro. But the truth is, and the back of this video is, Arteta shouldn't be here, EG. Arteta shouldn't be here in the first place. Arteta shouldn't be here in the first place. And that's why I think the Kroenkes have made us fools. And that's why we will always talk about Mikel. We will always talk about Edu. Yeah, we always talk about those two. The Kroenkes have made us simple fools, like simple fools. We'll always talk about those two, but the real problem, they are those guys. They are the Kroenkes. Just imagine if they had brought in, Ancelotti. How can Everton take Ancelotti and you take Arteta? Like, what is that? What does it mean? If we had got Ancelotti, we wouldn't be in this mess. We want Conte. Everybody wants Conte. I want Conte as well, right? But do the Kroenkes want Conte? Do they want someone who's going to put them on pressure? I doubt they do. Yeah, I doubt they do. They're going to go for someone who's simple, cheaper, because that is the easy way out. That is the easy way out. Smash a like on the video. Thanks everybody for tuning in. By the way, guys, it's late in the night, and most of you are always want to sleep. I think Kroenke should vanish from the world of football forever. British football. I don't know how. I don't know whether there is no protection, way to protect, British football clubs, because owners like Kroenkes, can't you kick them out? Can't English football, kick out the Kroenkes? They should. They should kick him out. There should be a strategy. There should be a way that, I don't know. I don't know. There should be some rules that, a historic club like Arsenal, if it is mismanaged, we kick you out. There should be a way. They should come out with a way to protect these historic clubs. Arsenal cannot be bottom of the table 3 games in without a game, without a goal, without a point, without nothing. It's absolute crap. Like, we are bottom of the fucking table. We are bottom of the fucking table. It's a disgrace. It's a shambles. I think British football should, they should come up with a way. They should come up with a way, because this is how clubs vanish. I can't stand the thought that Arsenal get relegated and I'm doing championship watch-alongs. Yeah, but we are 20th. We are fucking 20th, and we don't have a goal. And there is nothing, regarding to any update that Mikel Arteta will leave. How serious is Kroenke? How serious is Kroenke? It's funny. It's funny. How have Everton managed to have Rafa Benitez follow Carlo Ancelotti? Those are world-class managers. So anyone who says, "Oh, Arsenal cannot attract managers, Arsenal cannot attract players," how come Everton attracts good talent? Doucouré is world class. Doucouré is good. Alan is good. Yeah, Richarlison is good. Calvert-Lewin is good. Pickford is good. There are some good players in there. Yeah, and 2 world-class managers attracted. 2 world-class managers attracted. So anyone who says the bullshit that Arsenal cannot attract these managers, how is Everton doing it? How is Everton doing it? You want to tell me that Everton has a brighter future and a bigger ceiling and a bigger history than Arsenal? It's a lie. It's an absolute lie. So it is, we do not want to. Yeah. We don't want to. And that's it. Chelsea spent 80 million on a goalkeeper, on Kepa Arrizabalaga. Kepa. He does shit. They kick him out and bring in Mendy. And Mendy is man of the match against Liverpool. They are 10 men. They get a point. That point is vital. That's a vital point. Yeah, that's a vital point. Leno can't win us a game. Leno can't get us a point. The manager can't get us a point. The defense can't get the defense can't get us a point. The midfield can't get us points. The striking line can't get us points. Where are we going? Where are we going? This is fucking. This is so. Let Arsenal sack all those fools from Konki to Edu and the Teta. We need Awa and Zuma. These are going to Jen's hair. Okay. Arteta should leave the club. Bissouma, Conte, Awa in quickly. Anthony, Arsenal is is big for Arteta, and Kroenke, is just a clown. You know what I think. I don't know whether this is true. It's being a little bit speculative, but I think we could see Arsenal rush to the market next week. And my problem is that we might rush to the market. We might rush to the market like we rushed the market when we lost to Manchester United 8-2, because this is the same situation. This is the same situation. We might rush to the market and bring in, and we might hijack the Moriba deal to Tottenham. Yeah, and we say Arsenal do hijack the Moriba deal to Spurs. It's incredible. Arsenal have hijacked Moriba. 18-year-old midfielder signs for Arsenal. That's what's going to happen. We might do some panic buys, but we had 90 days to do business. 90 days to do business. Shame upon us. 90 days to do business, and we've not done anything. Much love to all you, tuning in. Do smash a like on the video, and thanks everybody for participating. I'd love to get your thoughts in, and I really love to, and that's what I'm trying to do. Arteta is a total fool who hasn't got his first team. We're gonna smash Arteta tomorrow. Just tune in. Gonna smash Arteta tomorrow, because I'm just tired of his cluelessness. And we are still losing. Even Norwich will beat us. Come this weekend. That's according to Ezra. You can come to Man U. We got papers to sign. This according to Brian. By the way, look. When it comes to football, I'll never support Manchester United. I'll never support any other club. I'll only support Arsenal, and that's it. That's final. That's it. It's final. It's final. It's final. Pick up my man Anu. Thanks everybody for thanks for tuning in all the time, Anu. I'm really, really, I'm disgusted by the Kroenkes, and I'm happy for you. We sacked Emery for being sixth, but we can't sack Arteta, for finishing eighth. For finishing eighth 2 seasons in a row. Thank you so much, official. You are, is it you one? And look, a manager that takes you bottom. Look, we need to have some respect at this football club. We need to have some respect. We can't be bottom. Come on, guys. We can't be bottom. Kroenke, we know you're a clown. You don't care. You're a clown. But we can't be bottom. Project Arsenal. We are not we are Arsenal Football Club. We are not the Titanic. Because if we're Titanic FC, when we sink to the bottom, that is usual. I mean, we have hit an iceberg somewhere. We are not hitting icebergs because we are not a vessel. So we don't need to be sinking. We don't need to be sinking. We need to stay up. We need to stay up. Like real up. Not this kind of nonsense of Arsenal being announcing that Arsenal has now become 20th. We started the Premier League table, the Premier League on top of the table. Now we are fucking 20th. Like Norwich are above us. We don't. What exactly are we doing? What exactly are we doing there? Kroenke is a disease. It's the disease that is eating up Arsenal, and I'm afraid we might not be able to do anything. We need Awad, Bissouma, and Zuma, Conte or Allegri. It says Conte or Allegri. I'll definitely go for Allegri. My problems with Conte is, he's a winner, but he wants to run. He likes running a lot. So I would do Allegri. He would be, he would be there for some time. Never stress yourself, blood, Cussy. Wenger left with all his soul. Kroenke's a team says Kroenke's Musiru nyo. If you don't understand that, very, very sorry, but it's a local language. Kroenke must go, but what can we do to take this guy away? That's according to Gerard. Boycott Arsenal games, maybe. Boycott, because stop supporting the clown. Those people are after money making, after making money, nothing else. Thank you so much, my bro. Thank you so much, Moki. Thank you so much. You're saying, football has become a money business, but it's still results oriented. So what the Kroenkes have decided is that they just want to take away the money, make the money, because they're still making the money. Even in this situation, Arsenal is still $1 billion project, so they're still making the money. Thank you so much, you're saying. Kroenke should sell the club because he cannot manage it. That Laban. Please, what can fans do? I think the best way, because if you look at how much the United have done it, United fans blocked a game. I think fans should protest, block 1 or 2 games. That's it. Block 1 or 2 games. Block the Norwich games, because we don't need to watch the nonsense. So let us, we should block the Norwich game. Definitely. Block the Burnley game and block the Tottenham game from happening. Block those games. I think that's it. I mean, how else do you do it? How else do you send a message to clowns? You've got to act with fire. So I think, personally, I think a boycott would work. I don't know what people think, but I think a boycott would work. I don't know. 20th, bro. If the FA decides to end the season today, we are gone. I mean, think about it, lads. Think about it. Might Arsenal relegated the Sunday Times? Might Arsenal relegated New Vision in my country? Mighty Arsenal relegated New York Times in the USA? Mighty Arsenal relegated Rwanda Daily? Might Arsenal relegated Zimbabwean Daily, might Arsenal, relegated, The Sun. How do I read that piece of rubbish? How do I? We are 20th. We are 20th, and that means we get relegated. Don't really blame me for taking coke. I'm just having a glass because I need to calm the stress. I have a Manchester City fan in the house, and they thumped us 5. I need to get my blood pressure down. Kroenke and his board are killing Arsenal gradually and must do something before it is too late. What are they gonna do? Maybe sell. For me, maybe sell. Apart from that, don't see anything else. Kroenke, Arteta out. Go you rubbish. That's according to God's life. I whip for my darling club Arsenal, just like that clown called Mikel Arteta. That's according to Kenneth. And Delembe, thank you so much for tuning in. Alright, Delembe says, where do we go from here, bro? Pick up Kosi from that's the big question. Where do we go from here? Because in his press conference, okay, now you feel like Kroenke has the pressure. You feel like there is some pressure on Mikel. Yeah, you feel like there is some pressure on Mikel, but it doesn't feel like he's gonna be sacked. It doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel like it's going to be sacked. And obviously, we can't sack Kroenke. So, where do we go from here? For me, the way forward, you sack the manager, you sack Edu, and correct the season. That's it. Nothing better than that. It's done. It's done. I'm done. We need Conte and now, Jens. Thank you so much, Jens, for always getting involved as well. Is it true? It's true, Kosi. Sack all this stuff. I don't know. We will need to have complete squad overall. Like, you have a complete squad overall. You have a complete staff overall. You let these clowns off the hook. You let them go. How to destroy a historic club. I'm gonna tell Robona TV to make me a video of how you destroy a historic club in regarding to Arsenal. He's done one with Benfica. He's done one for Schalke 04, and I think he's done one with Barcelona. For Barcelona, he should make one for Arsenal. He has only made what the hell is going on with Arsenal. He needs to make a video of how Arsenal, because if you look at how Arsenal got in this place we are, it's not so many years ago. It is since 2000.